In this video, we are going to create a home screen of our application, that is Dev Community App, and also we are going to retrieve all of the documents from our Firestore under our videos. But if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. My name is Abhishek and I will be teaching you Flutter, Firebase and Dart. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. So first thing first, we can go under our home page, that is our home view of our application. And under our home view, we are simply retrieving all of this data which is not necessary for now. So instead of having this thing, what we can really do is create a new screen for our home screen widgets. So here let's create a new file of home view widgets. Alright, not parentheses but underscore of widgets. So here under our home screen.dart, first of all we shall be needing a bottom app bar, and here under the case of bottom app bar, first of all let's make it a type of a widget. Under the case of bottom app bar, we shall be simply returning a new bottom navigation bar. So here under this, I shall be simply returning a custom navigation bar. Now you may be wondering from where I get the following custom navigation bar, but if I move into my postpay.yaml file, you can see I have here a dependency of custom navigation bar which we have imported in our first tutorial. So if you have not seen that, kindly watch that. So here under this case, we shall be requiring all the items. So here under the case of custom navigation bar, let's have a new stroke color. So here under stroke color, let's have a yellow color. After having this stroke color, let's have a scale factor of 0.2. After having a scale factor, let's have scale curve. Feel free to use a curve according to you. So here let's have this one, and here we shall be having a bubble curve as well. So for bubble curve, I will be simply copying the following line and paste it here. But here let's have a new curve of ease, and after that we shall be also requiring a current index. So for current index, we can go at the top, and here let's pass on a argument of index. Let's come down, and here let's pass on the index itself. So after having this thing, we shall be also requiring onTap method, and here on tapping over it, we shall be simply asserting a new function of onTap. So here let's have a new function of onTap. Let's copy the following function and paste the following function here. Cool, let's remove the following thing off. So after having the following function, let's have a selected color. So here under the case of selected color, I shall be having a yellow color, and after that, after having up this, let's have a background color for dark color. So once we have done everything, finally let's have our items. So here under a case of items, let's have custom navigation bar item. It shall be requiring here an icon. So here under a case of icon, let's provide here an icon. After the icons, let's have menu, outline. Alright, not message circle but menu, outline. Once we have done this, format document once. But here let's copy the following item, paste and paste. But here instead of having the following menu item, I shall be requiring here a video, and after that here we shall be requiring a speaker. So what we can really do is go back under our home view, and under our home view, after having the following app bar, let's have a new bottom navigation bar. Now here it shall be requiring a context, that is an index, and also an onTap property. So here first thing first, let's provide here a new integer of index which shall be initially 0, but after that let's refactor the following thing, that is our class under a stateless widget. So here we shall be creating a new method of onTap. So here on tapping over it, what we shall be doing is take a new integer here. So here let's have integer I, and here we can be simply setting the state of the current index. So here let's provide the following index, and this should be equal to I itself, and after that we shall be also requiring an entire page view for our application. So here let's have a new page controller for a page controller which should be equal to a page controller, format document once. And here under a method of onTap, after setting the state, I can simply say page controller dot jump to page, and the page shall be nothing but the index itself. Easy thing, format document once. And after having the following bottom navigation bar, we shall be requiring a body as well. So under a case of body, let's have a new page view. Under this, let's have a new controller for a page controller. After having the following page controller, so under this method, let's have a new page index, and under the following method, we can simply set the state of our current index. So here let's have a new index should be equal to page index. After having the following method, we shall be also requiring a children of our entire page view. So for having the following children, we shall be going under our views and creating different folder for all the views. So after having the following home view, first of all let's create a new view for blogs view. Under our following blogs view, let's create a new file of blogs view.dart. Let's create a new stateless widget of blogs view. Instead of container, let's return a new scaffold. So let's create new pages as well. Alright, so once we have done this, let's close everything off and let's go under our home view. And here, first of all, we shall be requiring here a blogs view. After blogs view, we shall be requiring here a video view. And after video view, a time for a podcast view. Format document first. And now let's try reloading our entire application once. Alright, so we are logged in, and you know what, after pressing over this, we are not changing our entire position. So for that purpose, let's close on the following index. And here now, after scrolling over it, we are now simply navigated to our next screen. So now we can be doing one thing, that is go under our entire view of video view. And here, first of all, let's have a background color of a dark color. And after now scrolling here, you can see we are now able to now scroll between our entire pages. Congratulations. So here, first of all, let's work over our entire video view. But before working over video view, let's go under our entire home view. Cool, so now let's make some more changes over our app bar under our home view. So here under our home view, if you see our app bar, instead of having a name to be returned to be a home view, let's create a different text. So here under our entire home view, we shall be requiring here a new text of dev. Format document first. Cool, so after having the following dev, let's move under our app bar. So here under our app bar, if you see, we have a new text. But here we shall be refactoring the following text under a container. We shall be having somewhat decoration. So here let's have a new decoration for a box decoration. So under a box decoration, first of all, let's have border. So under a box decoration, let's have a new border radius. So here let's have a new border radius of circular. Circular I mean for 4. And after that, let's have somewhat background color. That is our color. So under color, I shall be having a color of BG, color of faint. Easy thing. So once we have done this, we shall be having somewhat padding to our entire text. So here let's have padding to our entire text. So for padding, we shall be having a padding of 8. Format document once, test it out. Cool, so we have our new cute looking icon here. So here under our background color of our new app bar. So once we have done this, we shall be having our other widgets as well. So first thing first, we can go under our home view. And under our home view at our scaffold, let's have a new drawer. We shall be just an empty drawer for now. Cool, so also let's do one thing, that is under our entire scaffold, let's have a different color to our entire page. So here under this, let's have background color. For a background color of faint, let's test it out. It's always about trial and error. So once we have done this, let's go under our app bar. And under our app bar here, you can see we have our entire actions. So here I shall be adding two different icon buttons. So here let's have a new icon button having an icon. So here let's have a new icon of icons.message. And on pressing over it, we shall be simply navigating to our message screen. But for now, it is empty, so let's make it empty. So after having the following icon thing, we can copy the following button once, paste it here. But here we shall be requiring some notifications. So here let's have notifications thing. Format document once. Cool, so after having both of these, let's have somewhat spacing between these. So for that purpose, let's have our size box of height, that is horizontal width of 1. Cool, so once everything is done from here, let's move under our video view. So here under our video view, let's have a different color. So here let's have a background color itself. Cool, so here once we have done everything from here, let's create a new service for fetching all of our data from our Cloud Firestore. So for that purpose, let's go under our services, and under our services, let's create a new folder, that is a new file for Firestore. Alright, a wrong spelling Abhishek, but a firestore.dart. So here under this file, let's create a new class. Alright, let's create a new class of Firestore service. So here under this class, we shall be having a new final instance of Firestore. But before that, let's have a new collection reference to be a video collection. And the following reference shall be nothing but Firebase Firestore .instance.collection. So here let's have a new collection, and the collection shall be nothing but the videos which are available under my Cloud Firestore, and the following collection I have showed you in our previous tutorial, that is our first tutorial I guess. So watch that if you have not watched that yet. So here we shall be creating a new stream of a query snapshot for all of our video data. So here let's have a new stream of query snapshot of get all videos, alright, all videos, and here let's make the following to be asynchronous. So here under this method we shall be simply yielding up all of our data. So here let's have yield video collection dot snapshots. Once we have done this, we shall be creating a new model for our video view. So for that purpose, let's go under our entire login view, that is view models, and here let's create a new view model, and here I shall be creating a new view model of login, that is video view model dot dart, and here let's create a new class of video view model. The following class shall be extended with chain notifier. So let's add a chain notifier. So under this view model, first of all let's have a final instance of our Firestore service. So in this method, first of all let's create a new stream of all the videos. So here let's have a new stream under a type of a query snapshot, and here we shall be simply naming it a stream of videos. Let's make this process to be asynchronous as well, and once we have done this, let's import our query snapshot. Cool. So here under this method let's have a try catch block. So here let's have a try, that is a video snippet of Flutter. So here under this I shall be simply writing here a if condition. So here I can write if E is platform exception error. We shall be simply adding a new widget. So here let's have error widget, but now we shall be simply printing up our E, no worries. So let's move under our try block of our application, and under our try block we shall be simply yielding up all of our data from our Firestore service. So here let's have yield Firestore service dot get all videos, easy thing. So format document once, and now we are good to go. So now let's go under our video view, and here instead of having a scaffold, we shall be removing off our scaffold and have a new consumer. So here let's have a new consumer, and the following consumer shall be under a type of a video view model. So here let's have our video view model, and here under a case of builder we shall be having our three different arguments. First of all let's have a context, after that let's have a model, and after having a model let's have a new child, and here we shall be simply returning up our entire scaffold that we have copied. So once we have done this, format document first. So as we have added a new provider, let's go under a file of our providers, and here we shall be simply copying up our entire chain notify provider and paste it here. But here let's have a login, that is video view model, format document once, and now we are good to go. Let's do one thing, reload our entire application once. Cool. So now let's move under our videos, and we shall be now good to go to retrieve all of our videos. So here under our videos we shall be simply getting up a new body of our entire videos. So here let's have a new widget of body. So let's make the following thing to be of type widget, and here we shall be simply writing here a list of videos to be our body. So under our entire list of videos we shall be simply returning our entire widgets. So here under our body, first of all we shall be having a stream builder under a type of a query snapshot. So here under this method, first of all let's have a stream from model of stream of videos, and after that we shall be requiring a builder. Under a case of builder, let's provide here a context and also a snapshot. So here we shall be simply adding a waiting condition for a snapshot. So for that purpose I can write snapshot dot connection state if the following thing is under a connection state of waiting. Let's have connection state of waiting. We shall be simply returning an waiting widget, but for now we shall be simply going one thing, that is go under our widgets and create a new common widget for a loading widget. So under our loading widget we shall be simply showing up here a loading widget itself. So under our loading widget we shall be simply returning a center, and under our center we shall be simply having a child. We will be simply having a child, but first of all let's import our center from material.dart. So here let's have a new child to it as in a form of size box. So here let's have somewhat static height and width of 20 shall be enough. And after that, let's have a new child to be a circular progress indicator. Format document once and we are good to go. But before moving on, let's here have a type to it as a widget. So once we have done this, let's move under our video view, and here let's have a new widget, offloading widget. If the following thing is not so, we shall be simply returning a new list view. So for that purpose, I shall be simply returning a list of all the videos. So format document once and we are good to go. So here under our list of videos, we shall be simply returning a new list view. So under our list view, we shall be requiring all of our children. So under our list view, it shall be requiring the children as well. So for children, we shall be simply getting up a argument pass on of a query snapshot to be a query snapshot. So here under our children, let's have the following query snapshot dot docs dot map. We shall be simply mapping up our entire query snapshot under a to list form. But here instead of having the following dynamic key, we shall be simply having a document snapshot for a document snapshot, or at a document snapshot. And here instead of returning a null value, we shall be simply returning a list style, not a list style but an entire container. So for that purpose, we shall be creating a new widget for the block of a new container. So here let's have a new block of video, and here I shall be simply copying up the following thing from there and paste it here. Format document first. So once we have done this, we shall be simply requiring a block of our video. So under our block of video, I shall be simply returning a new gesture detector. So here let's have a new gesture detector. So under our gesture detector, first of all, on tapping over it, we shall be simply navigating to our next screen, that is our detail screen. We shall be under a type of a proxy provider. But for now, let's have a new to do thing, a proxy provider of detailed. Cool. So now let's have a child to our gesture detector, and under a child, we shall be having a new container. So under our container, first of all, we shall be having a child to be a column, and under our column, let's have main axis alignment for a main axis alignment of start. Also, let's have a cross axis alignment of start. Once we have done this, let's have the children to our column as well. So here under a case of children to our entire container, first of all, let's have a new stack to be our main child. So here under our stack, we shall be having the children. So under our children, first of all, let's have a container for showing the image. First of all, let's have a height to it of media query dot of the following context dot size of height, and we shall be multiplying it by 0.3. Also, we shall be requiring a width of media query dot of the following context, and here let's have height and width. Let's pass on the following build context here. Let's pass on here as well to be the following build context. So let's go at the top and simply provide our context, that is final context finally. But before that, let's pass on the query snapshot as well to be the following snapshot, and for this purpose, let's pass on a build context. For a build context, let's remove this off and have the following context, and also we shall be requiring one more context here finally. So now we can do one thing, copy the following thing off and paste it here. But here let's have dynamic and format document once, and now we are good to go. So once we have provided our entire height and width, under our entire decoration of our container, let's have a box decoration. So under a box decoration, let's have our image from our network. So here let's have a network image. So here under a case of, so here let's have a decoration image. Under our decoration image, let's have a new image for a network image. So let's provide a path to our network image, but before that, let's have a new document snapshot to be a document snapshot. So now we can copy this thing here and paste it here, and here let's have a new thumbnail return of the following video. Let's go at the top, and here if you hover over it, it will be requiring a document snapshot as well. So here we can copy the following query snapshot, that is document snapshot, and paste it here. So once we have done this, let's come out of the following container and have a new position. So here let's have a new position. Before having a child, let's give it somewhat dimensions, that is height, that is top and left alignments. So here from top we shall be simply having a thing of 195 and also a padding from left of 345. Cool. So after that let's have a new container to be the child. So here under the following container let's have a decoration for a box decoration, and under a box decoration we shall be having a color of a dark color, and after that let's have a border radius. Let's have a border radius for border radius dot circular, and here circular of 4, format document first. So here for the following container we shall be having a child to be a center, and under our following center let's have a new child to be a text. The text shall be nothing but the duration of our entire video. So let's have document snapshot dot data, and here let's have length return. Let's have somewhat styling to it. Cool. So once we have done everything, let's have our next child to our entire column. So after coming out of the following stack, we shall be simply having a row of performing over the user data that the following user has pasted up the following video. So here let's have all the children. So under the case of children, first of all let's have a new circle avatar. So here let's have a new circle avatar. Let's have a background image to it. Alright, a background image to be a network image. Under a network image let's have document snapshot dot data, and under this let's have user image. After having a circle avatar, let's have somewhat spacing of size 1. So here let's have h size 1, and after this we shall be simply having the user data, that is the video title and also the username. So let's have a new container. Under the following container let's have a child to be a column. So under our column, first of all let's have main axis alignment for main axis alignment of start, and similarly we shall be having a cross axis alignment of start, and after this let's have all the children. So here under the case of children we can copy the entire text from here and paste it here, but here we shall be simply having the title of the video, and also let's have a different font size. So here for having a different font size, let's have a font size of 20, format document first, and after that let's copy the entire thing from there and paste it here, but here let's have username of the following user, and also let's have a smaller size of font of 16, and also let's have a different color of yellow color. Alright, a color to be here of a yellow color, format document first, and now we are good to go. So after having the following row, so after having the following container we shall be requiring one more thing, that is a new spacer, and after having a spacer we shall be requiring an icon button to report the following video if we don't like it. So here let's have a new icon from EVA icons, and from EVA icons let's have a more of vertical, and on pressing it over it nothing shall be happening for now. Format document first, and now let's try it out. So now we are simply getting a new error that the following document snapshot, that is our sync snapshot, cannot be assigned to the type. So now let's fix it up. So to fix it up we can simply have data.docs, easy thing, format document once, and now let's test it out. So here you can see we are now getting all of our videos which are looking very awesome. Let them load it up. Alright, so now you can see we are getting all of our videos under a proper shape, but you know what, let's do one thing, go at our entire row, and here under our row, under our this thing, let's have a size box of 2, that is a unit 2, and after that let's go at a more vertical thing. Let's come down here and have a color of a white color, format document first. Cool. So now everything is looking more lit up. So let's do one thing, that is go at here. After having the following row we shall be having a small divider. So let's have a new divider and format document first. Cool. So now everything is looking more lit up and managed. So now let's do one thing, that is go at the top at our list view, and here let's refactor the following list view under a widget of a new scroll bar, which is a new widget provided by Flutter 2.0. So here under this let's have a new controller. So for controller we shall be creating a new final scroll controller to be a scroll controller, that shall be equal to a scroll controller, and here let's provide the following scroll controller, and after that let's have a new property of is always shown to false, Let's test it out. Cool, so now also let's do one thing, that is have somewhat padding to our entire text. So for that purpose, let's go add a text and here refactor it under a padding from everywhere. Let's try it out. Cool, so everything looking lit up. Let's go at this left side and here let's have for 55. Cool, so everything looking more nice and clean. And you know what, the foreign tutorial has gone quite long. So in the next tutorial, we shall be simply creating a proxy provider for the detailed view of our videos, and we shall be also playing up the videos with the help of video player and Chibi video player. So till then, if you have loved this tutorial, please hit that like button. Please help me to spread this video out on YouTube for everyone. Also, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. This channel shall provide you all the premium and best content over Flutter, Firebase and Dart. Till then, you can also check out my Instagram where I shall be providing daily new content over Flutter, Firebase and Dart. So I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.